Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. It is so nice to have you here today. We are going to be hopping into a short flow with lots of options to go into handstand and headstand and shoulder stand, so lots of inversions. That being said, I am assuming that you have a base of headstands, and if you don't, then don't worry, you can still do the practice. You might just want to skip the headstands because it might be moving at a fast pace. I'm not going to spend too much time breaking everything down. So if you do have inversions in your practice, then this is one for you. And handstands, don't worry, you don't have to be a pro at all. We're just going to be kicking up, so just try to have fun. Don't take it too seriously. And yeah, it's all about the journey rather than the destination. So always try to remember that. All right, without further ado, we're going to get started on our mats. And we're going to start today in butterfly pose. So you can make your way there, just sitting on your mat, soles of the feet together. And let's go ahead and hold on to either the outer blades of the feet, or peace fingers can wrap around the big toes. Let's take a deep breath in to lengthen the spine. And then as you breathe out, you can bend your elbows towards your hip creases and fold forward. Once you reach the lowest point, either just stay there with an extended spine, or you can bring your chin into your chest, rounding only the upper back to get that stretch in the upper back and back of the neck. And let's take 10 full breaths here. And using this time to engage your Ujjayi breath, so deep breathing in and out of your nose, restricting the back of your throat, making your breath audible. On your next inhale, let's slowly straighten the spine. We're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms above the head. And then exhale, you can fold forward. And here, don't expect to go to your deepest point just yet. It's still early in the practice, so normally you are not very warm yet. So just take it easy, finding a nice stretch, not pushing too hard. And once again here, you can bring your chin into your chest if that feels good, in the back of the neck if you have a lot of tension there. Otherwise, just keep reaching chest towards the toes, pulling the hips back, engaging the lower belly. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, let's slowly straighten the spine. Hands come just behind your hips, fingers point towards your toes. Either keep your legs straight. Let's lift up into reverse plank. If that's too much, you can always bend the knees and come into reverse tabletop. Let's hold here, firing up the whole body for 5, 4, squeezing the glutes, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Let's cross over the shins, plant the hands, come into high plank. And from here, we're just going to lift the right foot off the mat, and you can either stay there, maybe come onto the left fingertips, or maybe lift your left arm forward. You can also lift the left arm towards your left hip, whatever you prefer. So balancing on the right hand, left foot for 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to high plank. Lift your left foot, maybe come onto the right fingertips, maybe lift your right hand off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to high plank. Let's pull the hips back and up, downward facing dog. And then feel free to bend and straighten your legs. And just getting some movement in the hips, stretching out the hamstrings, Achilles tendon, maybe shaking out your head and pulsing your chest down towards your feet, whatever feels good. And slowly finding stillness. On your next inhale, the right leg rises. Let's bend the right knee, open up the hip, and just go ahead and circle your right ankle. And you can switch directions. On your next exhale, right knee to right elbow. Let's send it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Send it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, pause here. Let's drop the right knee down so it's touching the left wrist. And then sit down, pivoting your upper body towards the back of the mat. Sole of the right foot is against the left inner thigh. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold over your left leg for 5. And actively push your right knee down towards the floor. On your next inhale, let's rise up. Both hands come behind you. Three-legged dog, right leg rises. Exhale, let's step the right foot between the hands, drop the left knee. Anjanasana, inhale, reach the arms up. And on your next exhale, we're going to straighten the right leg, pull the hips back, reach your arms back and up, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge, lifting the left knee. Exhale again, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge, pulling with the right heel. One more time, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge. Now as you breathe out, let's cactus the arms, dip the left knee for 5. 4, squeezing those shoulder blades together. 3, 2, and 1. Now from crescent lunge, let's bring the hands to the heart space. Bend your right knee a little bit more and then kick off, right knee into the chest, back of your mat. So a big step back. As you breathe out, fold forward, standing splits, right leg reaches up high. And maybe left hand can wrap around your left ankle. And then let's flex the right toes, tap your right wrist. Inhale, standing splits, or as close as possible. Exhale, tap the right wrist. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, tap the right wrist. And then let's lift the right leg up high. Little tiny hops. And if you have something behind you, maybe move forward. Just using the momentum or the strength of your right leg. So you don't have to go up into handstand, but just try to lift your left foot off the mat, only using your right foot. So the right foot kicks up, left foot lifts a few centimeters off the mat. Okay, and then we're back in standing splits. Exhale, you can release your right foot down on the mat, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's walk the hands into high plank. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands towards the very top of the mat, finding a hollow plank. So the hands are not underneath the shoulders, they're quite further in front of you. And of course, if that's not an option, you can stay in your normal plank. If you want to make it even harder, you can come onto the tops of your toes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come onto your toes again, so tuck your toes, and then maybe drop both forearms down to the mat for another 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees, drop the hips. Inhale to pull the chest through. Exhale to release. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Let's make our way back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, just in stillness. On your next inhale, the left leg reaches up high. Exhale, bend your left knee, open up the hip. Let's hold, and you can circle your left ankle in one direction and in the other. And next exhale, left knee to left elbow. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Pause. Drop your left knee down so it's in contact with the right wrist. And then pivot into a seat facing the back of your mat. Janu Shavasana. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Take a deep breath in to lengthen your spine. Maybe reach the arms above your head. And then exhale to fold. And last 2 breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's rise up. Both hands come behind you, so towards the top of the mat. 3-legged dog, left leg rises. Exhale, let's step the left foot between the hands, ground the right knee, Anjanasana, inhale. 3 breaths here, lifting the heart space, reaching up high through the fingertips and pulling the hips down towards the left heel. And on your next exhale, half splits, airplane wings, sending the hips back. Inhale, crescent lunge, lifting the right knee off the mat. Exhale, half splits, airplane wings. Inhale, crescent lunge. 2 more, exhale. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, half splits, airplane wings. Inhale, crescent lunge. Now let's cactus the arms, dip the right knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the hands to the heart space. Maybe step your right foot a little bit closer. I'm going to bend the left knee a lot and then step back, left knee into the chest. Exhale, standing splits, fold forward. And hold here. Maybe right hand wraps around the right ankle. And now let's release the right hand if it's not already on the floor. Flex your left toes. And then try as best as you can to tap your left toes to your left wrist for 3. Standing splits. Exhale, left toes, left wrist for 2. And 1. Now let's keep the left leg up high. Maybe step a little bit closer. And then just using the power of your left leg, try to lift your right foot off the mat. So just using the momentum. You don't have to come into handstand. Just little hops. Okay. Let's do 2 more. Good, and then we come back to standing splits. Exhale, the left foot steps beside the right, so you should feel a little bit of heat in the body already. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's walk the hands up to high plank. Exhale, your chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Send it back. Knee to nose. Send it back. Right knee to left elbow. Let's come into fallen star. Extend your right leg out. Left arm reaches up and then over to stretch the left side body. And let's hold. And on your next exhale, left hand comes back down on the mat. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, the right foot steps between the hands. Crescent lunge, rise up. Let's bring the hands to the heart space. Push off your right leg, right knee into the chest. Now, we're going to just make sure you have enough space behind you. We're going to lean forward, almost as if you're in a warrior three. And then hands will come down on the mat, and let's try to kick up handstand, okay? So using that momentum, keeping your legs in an L. So let's do that 5 times. Okay, coming back up. And trying to just land on the left foot for 3. You don't have to hold. 2. And 1. Okay, right knee is back into the chest. Let's step forward, crescent lunge. So right leg is at the top of the mat. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. And then the right hand can come onto the left thigh. Left arm reaches up and over, slight back bend, twisted to the right. Take a deep breath in here. On your next exhale, let's come into warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, but the left hand reaches towards your right knee, so we're engaging the obliques. Exhale, side angle pose, but the right hand reaches towards your left foot. Inhale, reverse, again, crossing the arms. Exhale, side angle. For 3. 2. And 1. Ending with side angle pose. Inhale, star pose, rise up. Okay, exhale, let's bend the knees, prayer squat. Just 1 time. Inhale, star. Now let's turn the toes in, heels out. Fold forward, prasarita. Now, if you can bring your hands down on the mat, pretty much in one line with your feet, and if you can bring your head down on the mat, maybe you can float up to tripod headstand. So making sure your elbows are bent 90 degrees. You're going to want the wrists to be directly underneath the elbows. And then make sure you're not separating your elbows too far apart. We're balancing on the crown of the head, and if possible, try to lift both legs together, keeping them straight. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's separate the legs once again, come back to prasarita. And if you stayed in prasarita, that's completely fine, okay? On your next inhale, let's come into a halfway lift. Extend your arms out to the sides with a flat back rise up. Exhale, warrior 2, top of the mat. Reverse warrior as you breathe in. And then exhale, let's cartwheel the hands all the way down. Step back, high plank, your chaturanga. Let's come high up onto the toes in your downward facing dog. Exhale, we're going to bend the knees, send the hips towards the heels, and look between your hands. Now let's come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, 5 times like that. Exhale, bend the knees, look between your hands. Inhale, downward facing dog. For 3, 2, and 1. Now let's step or jump top of the mat. Good, really trying to lift the hips up high. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. High mountain to rise up. Exhale, let's cactus the arms, open up the heart. Inhale, back to high mountain. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hands. Now option to handstand back to your chaturanga or just jump back. Okay, so take all the time you need. Right, we meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, the left leg rises whenever you're ready. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Let's send it back. Knee to nose. Send it back. Left knee, right elbow. Now let's extend, fallen star. Right arm reaches up and over. Let's hold for 5. On your next exhale, the right hand comes back down. 3-legged dog, inhale. Left foot steps between the hands. Reach the arms up, crescent lunge. Now exhale, hands to the heart space, bend your left knee a lot, and then push off your left leg, coming to a stand, back of the mat. 5 times we're going to try to hop into handstand with L-shaped legs. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just try your best. Hands come down to the mat. Left leg in the air. Try to keep your legs in an L shape. 5 times. 4. At your own pace. 3. 2. And 1. Come back up, left knee into the chest, and then let's take a big step forward. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Now left hand holds the back of the right leg. Right arm reaches up, a little bit of a back bend without compressing the lower back. And then let's come into warrior 2, cartwheeling the hands. Now reverse warrior, but the right hand reaches towards the left knee. Exhale, side angle pose. The left hand reaches towards the right foot. For 4, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. 3. And engaging the obliques. 2. And last time, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Star pose, inhale, straightening both legs, both toes point out. Exhale to squat. Inhale, come back to star. Let's turn the toes in, heels out. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. Now once again, making sure you have space in front of you for a tripod if you want to go there. You can always separate your feet a little wider if you're just missing the ground. Let's bend the elbows 90 degrees. Place the crown of your head down on the mat. Make sure the elbows are just over the wrists. And then maybe float up, headstand for 5. On your next exhale, let's slowly lower the feet. Come back up, halfway lift. And then slowly with a flat back, let's rise up, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2, top of the mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Frame your left foot. Step back, high plank, your chaturanga. Now we're going to once again jump to the top of the mat, maybe trying to hold your handstand. So let's take a deep breath in, come high up onto the toes, making sure the hands are shoulder distance apart, not wider. And then we're going to bend the knees, look forward, maybe hop and hold. And you can try that a couple times. Oops. Let's slowly come up to the top of the mat. I chose probably my worst balance day to do these handstands, but practice makes progress. All right, so if you're having a bad balance day, don't worry. Just know that everything counts. All right, let's come up to high mountain. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the heart. Inhale, come back up, high mountain. And exhale, hands to the heart space. close your eyes, maybe drop your hands by your sides, and just notice all the sensations beneath the surface of your skin, maybe tingling in the fingertips, maybe just the heat in the body. Feel exactly where your feet are in contact with the mat, where the weight is distributed, if it's more in the front or backs of the feet, and try to bring it towards center. So there's not more weight in the front or backs of the feet, not more on the right foot or the left foot. And from there, engage your legs, grow nice and tall. Keep pulling your shoulders down towards the mat. Arms are active, fingertips are reaching down towards the floor. And on your next inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, we're going to come all the way down to the mat. And then from here, we're rolling back, plow pose. Feet behind the head. And once you're in plow pose, whenever you're ready, you can come up to shoulder stand. So holding your lower back with your hands, maybe bringing the elbows a little bit closer together. And then let's hold here. And if you want, you can even try a variation, maybe letting go of the hands stay on the mat, or interlacing your hands behind your back, but only if you're really comfortable in shoulder stand. Okay, let's hold here for 5 more breaths. Slowly bending your knees, you can make your way back down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time, trying not to use your arms too much. Once the hips touch the floor, let's bend the knees into the chest, hold opposite hand to opposite wrist around your knees, and try to keep your shoulder blades grounded, tailbone grounded. We're going to bring both knees to the right. Left arm reaches out to the left. Just finding a nice supine twist. Both shoulder blades stay grounded on the mat. On your next inhale, you can come back through center. Both knees fall over to the left. And then slowly come back through center. You can hug your knees into your chest. Then let's take a deep breath in, lifting the knees, lifting the forehead to the knees, and hold your breath. Squeeze as tightly as you can for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale. Let it all go. Come into Shavasana. Let's take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. And one more deep breath in. And exhale to release. And trying to stay here even though you may want to get up right now. I challenge you to stay here for at least 2 or 3 more minutes to allow your body to rest, to notice how you're feeling, to check in. I hope you had fun during the practice today. If you fell, that is not a bad thing at all. It is actually by making mistakes that we learn the most. It sounds really cheesy, but it is very true from a neurological point of view, especially when it comes to movement. It's like we're tuning our system every time we fall over to become more and more stable. So remember to celebrate every little step of the journey, and not only looking towards the end goal, but noticing maybe you felt a little bit more comfortable in your handstands today, or maybe it was a really good shoulder workout for you. All these little things are building blocks. And without all these little building blocks, we would never reach the goals that we would want to achieve. Let's take a few more breaths here. Allowing yourself to fully relax. And in your own time, you can start to deepen the breath and stretch, gradually increasing the size of your movements. And we will eventually make our way up to a comfortable seat. And once you're there, you can reach your arms above the head. Exhaling to bring the hands towards the heart space. And let's rub the hands together. And then cover the eyes with both of your hands. Slowly, you can remove the hands away from the face and blink the eyes open. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.